Okay, well, boys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been some time now, and I think I'm gonna start posting again. I'm gonna be more active. We're gonna start off today's video with some fantasy insight. I think we're gonna take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then leave in the comments below if there's any other teams you want me to go over. I have a couple like thumbnails set up for ones I want to do or whatever, but whatever you guys want to do, I can talk about those in future ones. So yeah, update on the channel. I'm gonna start posting again. I'm gonna shoot for at least once a week. It's gonna include fantasy. It's gonna include, I'm gonna buy NHL 24, so it'll be NHL 24 content as well. I know you guys like those in the past, so we'll probably get back to that. And then anything else you guys want, I can do. I'm gonna leave my comments open. Whatever you guys request to see, I can more than likely post. But yeah, anyways, let's jump right into it here. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the lineups, and then we're gonna look at Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. I was having face cam issues, so we're just not going to use a face cam for now. Hopefully I still got that intro, but we'll see. So anyways, we're going to look at the lineups for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The forwards, power play, defense, goalie, as you can see on the screen here. And we're going to look at the stats from last season, as well as the where they stand in NHL's top 250 rankings. So as you can see, first line here, Bertuzzi, Matthews, Marner. Now these lines aren't set in stone, but I mean, I always, for fantasy hockey, I always take a look at the daily face-off. All their lines are usually very accurate, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is what the lineups look like. So you're gonna have Bertuzzi, Matthews, Marner, Domi, Tavares, Nylander, Matthew, Nyes, David Kampf, Yarncroc, Lafferty, Gabriel, Reeves. So Leafs obviously made a couple changes this offseason. They grabbed Bertuzzi, they got Domi, they got Revo. Like, I don't know. In my opinion, the Leafs are a very strong team this year. I would highly recommend loading up on the Leafs for fantasy players this year. And then their defense, they picked up Morgan Riley. Well, no, okay, they didn't pick up Morgan Riley. That sounds stupid. They picked up Klingberg, but they had Riley. Riley will still be their number one. They lost that young guy, though. That was pretty good, Rasmus Sandman. So that's kind of their downfall, but he's still young. He was still developing. He still wasn't a huge threat last year. So Riley's still going to get that number one power play spot there. Nylander, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to get traded or what. But these four are pretty much set in stone. Tavares, Marner, Riley, and Matthews. Those are your top four guys. You want these guys in fantasy hockey. Maybe like late round pickups like Bertuzzi, Domi, Klingberg even. Those would be pretty good for later rounds. But Matthews, like I'm drafting him at 4 this year. I have the 4th overall pick. I have him ranked 4 on my rankings. So I'm going to be snagging him. And then Marner too. Marner's probably a late first round, early second round pick in like a 12-man league. Just because he's so consistent. We'll take a look at the points here in a second. But yeah, penalty kills doesn't matter that much for fantasy hockey unless you got your shorthanded points. Marner's there. It's another bonus to having Marner on your team. No Matthews though. And then goalies, you got Samsonov and Murray. Murray's, I don't know if he's going to be on the IR at the start of the season. I don't know what the deal is here. They probably split games. You're just going to have to go with, I don't know. I wouldn't particularly pick a goalie. If you want me to do like a fantasy video for goalies, let me know. But both of these guys, I have like goalies ranked, and neither of them make my ranking at all, just because I hate when goalie split games. I'd rather have a starter. But anyways, that's the lineup you guys got to see now. So let's jump into last year's stats. So Marner, 99 points in 80 games. Pretty solid there. He had 9 power play goals, 36 power play points, which is solid. Even Nylander outperformed Matthews last year. Matthews only played 74 games. But Matthews, as you can see, off season last year, and like still over a point a game by like 11 games, like, and it's an off year, like, man, like if Matthews doesn't go in like the first 7 picks, that's a steal in my mind. You're going to want to draft this guy. He's absolutely insane. And he just signed that huge ticket in Toronto. He's got to show that it was worth it this year anyways. Marner, very safe pick. People say he's injury prone, but honestly, like, he's played like all his games. Like, last year he played 80 games. Where's his career log here? So he played 80 games last year, 99 points. He had 97 points in 72 the year before that. Then it's like your COVID years, so like, do these years even count? And then both seasons before that, 82 games. So I think it's pretty much a lock. He's going to have another terrific season. Probably breaks 100 points this year if I had to guess, if he plays a full season, which odds are he will. He did just get married in the offseason. I don't know if he maybe partied a little too much or what, but I still think Mitch Marner's great pick late in the first round, early second. And then Willie Nylander, that's where things get interesting. Willie Nylander last year had 87 points in 82 games, which is like really good, but it's like you playing with Marner and Matthews, like you're not going to get that star time, ice time like Marner and Matthews will. Same with Tavares. So it's like, and is he even going to be a Leaf for the whole year? Who knows? I think he probably overperformed a little bit last year. I think NHL has him ranked pretty high here. Let's see where they have him ranked. So they have him ranked at 29 overall in the top 250. Like, they have freaking Marchand below him, Stamkos below him, Tim Stützle below him. Like, I think all those guys should be higher than Nylander. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know down below if you have any changes. I even rank him I rank him more in like the 40 range, closer to Tavares. To me, they have like similar value. But yeah, that's Nylander for you anyways. Let's check out where they had them ranked to. So they have Matthews at rank 10. I say he's closer to 4. Marner at 17. I think that's pretty much where he should be. I think that's pretty fair valuation. Tavares 42. I think that's pretty fair too. Bertuzzi at 100. I also think that's pretty fair. Like, he's on, like, Bertuzzi did really well in Detroit. He did have a lot of injuries. He missed a lot. But playing on that first line with Matthews and Marner, I mean, guy could easily have like a 70-point season. But I don't know. I feel like just not being on that first power play, he's just not going to get the ice time he did in Detroit. Like, yeah, he's playing with better players, but he's not going to get the ice time like he got in Detroit on that first line. Samsonov, rank 118. Still, I don't know. I wouldn't take goalies. I don't even worry about my goalies till like later on because there's so many, especially if you're in like a 12-man. Like, I remember last year I took Ilya Sorokin in the last round of my fantasy draft, and he ended up being like one of the best goalies. Like, I don't know. Goalies, I wouldn't worry about taking goalies. Riley 138. That's a kind of low, actually. I'd probably like he should be above Owen Power. Owen Power's not even gonna get power play 1 minutes. Like, Riley's gonna be on that number 1 power play. So I don't know. I'd try and get Riley earlier. Klingberg's not gonna be on the number 1 power play. He's an offensive guy, but number 2 power play, I don't know. I'm not a Klingberg guy. I like taking the power play guys. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So anyways, try and get Matthews, Marner early in your draft. Maybe Tavares, Nylander near the middle, then Bertuzzi, Domi near the end. In my opinion, when you're looking at these drafts, you want to look at the first power play unit on each team. You don't want to draft some bum who's going to be like on the second power play or not even on any power play. Like, you're going to want someone who's getting power play minutes. That's where all the points are scored. Look at Edmonton last year. Didn't like Draisaitl or something have like 50 something power play points? Like, that's like almost half his points on power play. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up the video for today. That's gonna be your Toronto Maple Leafs fantasy talk through. if there's any other teams you want me to talk about, please leave them down below in the comments. Even any future videos you guys have ideas on, or anything you think I missed about the Leafs, so like who can have a huge breakout or whatever, just don't be scared to comment it. I'll respond to all the comments. I always do. And yeah, anyways, it's good to be back, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.